All right, so I think we are good to start. Good afternoon, everyone again. Um, you're welcome to this careers calendar production. Today's is week. Week 6. So we're starting, but before we start, I would just want to welcome everyone in case like you have a question or maybe we have a comment or anything that you don't understand. Please raise a hand or you can open your mic and share or use the chat box. So let us make this session more interactive since leadership, everyone is a leader and everyone has a meta leader. So it does make it like more interactive, sharing ideas and everything. So I will share the tutorial and then today we go on and present the current challenge exercise document. Yeah. So without further ado, let's go ahead and see what we have on week 6 challenge document. So it's about leadership, as I said, but here's a question. Just think about the best leader you've ever worked with. What are some of their qualities you admire? If we can even share in the chat box, that would be nice. Maybe is it about how they communicate? Was it about maybe how they deliver their work? Anything. If you have ever met them, think about any leader, maybe where you're working, maybe at school, whatever. So let's share. What are just one or two qualities you admire from them? Can we share? Hello. I'm been waiting in the chat box to see this anything, but yeah, keep sharing, please. Um, as we go on. So everyone has the capacity to be a leader, as I said before. But being a leader means you are not in charge, but you are responsible for everyone in your charge. And when things go right, you give away all credits. And when things go wrong, you take responsibility. So you are concerned about the human being and not just the outcome. And points here as well, being able to create an environment where your followers or your people you influence feel safe enough to say, I need help. I made a mistake. I need this. That's when you're a good leader. So everyone has capacity to be a leader, but you have to go through these moments. Going forward, self-leadership. If you want to lead, invest at least 40% of your time in leading yourself first. There's no way you're going to lead people if you can also lead yourself. This is by default. And self-awareness is a very, very fast key point when it comes to leadership. Here we're talking about the character traits check. Here we have who wants the worst leader you ever had. Who and what's the worst leader you ever had? What did they do to be the worst leader? From a scale of 1 to 5, how many do you possess that trait? How much do you possess that trait? And what strategic plan can you implement to improve? You can follow this for your self-awareness check, for character trait check, if you want to be like a good leader, or maybe practice self-leadership. The first, I will repeat it, like what the worst leader you ever had, what did they do for them for you to see them as the worst leader? Then from a scale of 1 to 5, how much do you possess that trait? And what strategic plan can you implement to improve? So going forward here, leadership problem. Talking about leadership problem, according to Lance Daman, leadership problem equals to too little time, times people and power. And tips on managing people as a leader. We have effective listening. You have to be like a listener, like listen to people you lead, assert yourself, manage different levels of skills, encourage people to share their ideas, and fuel people's strength for motivation. But also navigate rivalry in your team and inner confidence. You should also have confidence within yourself for you to be able to lead, for you to be able to pull up any project. You should be confident. You should be able to know that I am able to do this and I can do this. So, going forward, leadership style, of course, this is not a new topic, but I guess everyone knows about it. I would love if you can also share and interact about this. So, we have autocratic leadership style as a number first. We have democratic leadership style. I think we also have more information within the challenge document. We have bureaucratic leadership style. There's charismatic leadership style, and here comes how do you inspire action or motivate? So there's this how do you call it? We call it an actor. I don't remember the name, but there's why and how and what. So common values and beliefs, reality, proactive sense of belonging. Uh, Going forward and heading to the end. So there's this quote by John Maxwell. He wrote this book called Leadership. I would really recommend for you to read it. I thought I would bring this today, but unfortunately I didn't. But we also share maybe a link if you guys would want to read it. I think I have it like electronically or digitally. If you want it like a then I'll share. But he said leadership is not about titles, position, and culture. It's about one life influencing another. So let's have a look to the challenge document. Um, but before that, let's see if there's any question or any comment about leadership, or if you'd love to share also maybe a scenario about leadership, or as I said on the past page here, there was a question or maybe a sharing. If you would also want to share, like what are some of the qualities of the leaders document? Obviously, then we go to the challenge document. So if there's anyone with a question or a comment or anything to share, you're welcome. Anyone?
Maybe I can mention a
Oh
leader
yeah.
that I really admire. For example, if you take a look at Elon Musk, he started from Africa, just like any of us. I mean, he was at a disadvantage, and look at him now, where he is now. He's on top of the world. He's basically the richest man in the world, but uh, he's not just rich. You can see that he has so much power by the things that he is doing. For example, he has so much influence in the U.S. government. For example, when you look at what he did for Twitter, on Twitter, he basically bought Twitter and he fired 80% of the employees, and then he made Twitter an app for free speech, and I think that's very admirable. He showed people that you don't need all of these people, all of these employees to run a company, as long as you keep it, free of propaganda. And the second thing I want to mention what he did for us is for example, if you considered uh, 20 years ago, electric cars used to be very funny, used to be something. We all know that the future consists of electric cars, but we never imagined that it would be like this. You know, Tesla has a huge impact when it comes to electric cars. You can say it's the pioneered the fashion. Now it's very cool to have an electric car. Uh, when you look at having an electric car 20 years ago, people would literally laugh at you when you drive an electric car. It used to be a silly thing because everybody used to drive an oil car. The third thing I want to mention about Elon Musk is his SpaceX program. basically broke a lot of human records beyond Earth, and he's basically competing against NASA, and he's building his own spaceships. He's 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 done very crazy things that a lot of other people don't even imagine. And he's now teamed up with Donald Trump, and he's trying to basically run the whole country. And look at how far he's come from a little kid in South Africa, and now he's basically one of the rulers of the world. And that's so he has all the uh, qualities that a leader should have and more. And we've heard so many stories. Even though a lot of people don't like him, you have to give him that he's really a good leader. He's come a long way. Okay, now if anyone wants to share, you can always raise your hand and start speaking, or you can just comment on the comment box, write us a message, and we can read it there.
So I guess we can go straight to the document, the correct challenge document. But before that, I guess got also some tips here based on the John Maxwell. As I said, it's a good book about leadership if you really want to read about leadership. So it said everyone can grow as a leader. It is a skill, not a gift. You don't need to be the loudest or smartest or most experienced. What matters is your willingness to learn, to serve, and to take responsibilities. And here, as leadership starts with yourself, number one, you can't lead others if you can't lead yourself. Build self-discipline, stay accountable, and keep learning. Leadership doesn't just stop there. You are a leader, and you just stop. No, you keep learning and improving. And yeah. So for Grow Daily, Maxwell says the secret of your success is determined by your daily agenda. How do you plan your day? How do you plan your day? How if you have a career session, if you have uh, this introduction, if you have this challenge, how do you plan everything to be in line? That's also leading yourself. Serving part here, he said, great leaders ask, how can I help you succeed? And leadership is not about being in charge. It's about caring for those in charge. So when it comes to building trust, leadership rises and falls on trust because consistent, honest, and variable. So those are some of the tips from the Maxwell, but you can go further, read more. If you will need some maybe links or maybe some books about leadership, you can always reach out to me directly on Slack. So without further ado, I think we can go to the challenge document today. You can take over. But
Thank you so much, Emilian. Let me just share the challenge document. Okay, so week 6. Congratulations, everyone, for going through the 5 weeks of Kifiya AM, and as we have been um, talking about for the last almost 15-20 minutes. Today's topic is about leadership. Um, as an introduction, let me just start reading off this document. Have you ever wondered what makes a truly great leader? We often picture powerful figures who have shaped history, from revolutionary leaders like Gandhi and Martin Luther King to influential business titans. But what exactly sets these individuals apart? Why do some leaders inspire unwavering devotion while others struggle to gain traction? At its core, leadership is about influencing others to achieve a shared goal. As leaders, we inspire and guide our teams to navigate change, and accomplish the organization's objectives. So, as you all know, your instructors for careers team are myself and Emilian. You can always text us on Slack if you need anything, or uh, if you don't understand anything from this challenge document or the previous ones. So your tutorial session is today, and the submission deadline is next Tuesday or midnight. Um, so, what are the deliverables and the tasks to be done? There are two tasks. There's task A and task B. Task A, as a leader, it's essential to recognize and acknowledge your strengths and weaknesses to effectively manage and develop your team. Reflecting on past experiences within effective leaders can help you identify traits to avoid and areas for personal growth. By identifying the traits of successful leaders, those that are less so, you can reflect on your own strengths and weaknesses, ultimately shaping your personal leadership style. Think about the least favorite leader you've ever had. Um, this could be a manager, a supervisor, or a team lead. So the exercise is one, who has the least favorite, uh, who was the least favorite leader you've ever had? Describe their position, their behavior, and any notable characteristics. What did they do to be your least favorite leader? Identify specific actions, decisions, or behaviors that made them ineffective. Do you resonate with any of the behaviors your least favorite leader has? Highlight three weaknesses you believe you have as a leader. For each of the weaknesses identified, explain your aim to improve on as a leader. The task B is you are the project manager of Novatech, a software development company. Your team has been tasked with developing Project Phoenix, which is a critical new product that will determine the company's future in the competitive tech market. Project Phoenix launch deadline is 3 months away, and the company's stakeholders are eagerly awaiting its success. So your team consists of diverse individuals with varying levels of experience. For example, John, who's leaving in 2 weeks, is a seasoned developer and key team member with in-depth knowledge of the project's core components. His departure will leave a significant gap in expertise. Aisha is a new team member with background in emerging technologies. She's now suggested using a different technology, which is called Echo Stack, which she's very familiar with, but it's different from the team's usual process. The third one is Mark. Mark is a senior developer with experience in software development. He expressed his concern about the feasibility of Aisha's proposed approach to the product, which is the Echo Stack. The fourth one is Raj. Raj is a mid-level developer with expertise or experience in software design patterns. He's been working on the project's UI components. Lena is a junior developer who's been assisting with testing and debugging. David is a QA engineer, quality assurance engineer, responsible for ensuring the products meet the required quality standards. So during the team meeting on Monday, John announced his unexpected departure, leaving the team with significant knowledge gap, as you can imagine. If you remember, he's the one with the knowledge of the project's core components, and he just added a workload. John's expertise will be sorely missed. Aisha's suggestion to use EcoStack has sparked a debate, as it would require significant changes to the project's architecture. Mark has expressed concerns about Aisha's project proposed approach, citing potential risks and delays. As the project manager, your responsibility is to address the knowledge gap left by John's departure, and you resolve this disagreement between Mark and Aisha, and ensure the project stays on track and meets the immovable deadline. You have to motivate and guide the team to overcome these challenges ahead. All right. So the exercise is you have to explain 5 ways to ensure that John's departure does not have a significant negative impact on the success of the project. And the second one is using the tips managing people, outline a step-by-step approach you'll use to address Mark's concerns and Aisha's suggestions. The last one is which leadership styles will you use to motivate and guide them to ensure the project stays on track and meets the deadline? And you have to explain why you chose that style or styles, giving examples of occasions where you'll actually use them. So your submission is you have to make a report and convert it into PDF, then submit it on 10x, um, or submit your Google Drive link, and please give us a view access. So the due date is 8th of July, next Tuesday. Um, and the last one is the late policy. I think we all know from previous week's challenges what the late submission policy is, and it's the same over here as well. So that's it for today's challenge. I hope this challenge will be very interactive and it will actually benefit you in the future. Eventually, you'll become a leader. So practicing these non-technical challenge will actually help you in the future. We hope it will help you in the future. So if you have any questions or comments, please write us on the chat box and we can answer, or you can just unmute and talk. And uh, I've noticed that I want to mention for your week 5 uh, peer mentorship challenge, a lot of you have your peer is not responding to you, has not responded to you yet. If that's the case, then please go ahead and find your own peer. For example, if you see someone asking for a new peer, you can ask that person, and you can both pair up and do your own peer mentorship assignments. Or you can ask me or Emilian on Slack. Um, I'll I know I haven't answered some of your messages. If you messaged me yesterday, I can see that a lot of you have messaged me. I'll go get back to you as soon as I can. Right after this meeting, I will answer all of your questions and try to peer you up with each other.
Amazing. Amazing. So there may be any question before we wrap up. If there's any question. Okay, so I guess we can wrap up. Maybe if you have any question later, as Good said, you can just reach us on Slack. So have a good day. Thanks so much for joining. See you in the CBS today. Bye. Ciao, ciao. I saw a question. Is the peer the same as the previous? Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean the previous career challenge. So if you haven't found your peer, then you can, as they said, you can go ahead and find your own peer. Maybe just check on Slack if there's someone who hasn't also got the peer and they're asking, you can pair and do the challenge. So it's the previous. I don't know if I've answered your question and I can help.
Yeah, let me make it clear that you don't have a peer on week 6 challenge. The peer mentorship is meant for the only for the week 5, and then you can go back to working on this challenge individually.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I think, yeah, I got it. Like, well, that's it. So thank you so much. And I think we have answered your question. Can I help? Is
Yeah,
everything fine now? For this week, we don't have peer. It's a different career challenge. I guess everything's fine now. So, um, bye again.
Have a good day, everyone.